Hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Crystal. Welcome back to those who have followed me. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Don't save what is left after spending. Spend what is left after saving. That was once said by Warren Buffett. I wish I knew this quote when I was much younger, 20 years younger, and I wish I also followed his teaching when I was younger. Working for the county almost 20 years. If I save before I spend, I would have had a lot of money today. So we live and learn, right? The rule of thumb is save 10% after taxes each month. Let's do the math here. If you make $4,000 a month after taxes, you put away $400 into saving. Pay yourself first, $400 a month. You multiply that by 12, that would be $4,800 a year. 1 year you save $4,800. Well, it's not a lot, but multiply that by 10 years. Now we're talking big number here. That's $48,000 in 10 years. And if you do that by 20 years, that would be $96,000 of cash that you could have saved if you put away 10% of your net income. Just $400 a month. That's about $100 a week. $96,000 in 20 years is a lot of money. And with that, you can do a lot with it. So that's the rule of thumb, 10% of your income after taxes. It is not easy to put away money because most of us think of after we get paid, we want to pay for rent, utility, food, and then entertainment. And that goes all the salary we make. But the right way is to pay yourself first. Just put it 10% and be disciplined about it. And in 10 to 20 years, you will see a big chunk of money. And get rich quick scam, don't ever fall for that. There's so many out there. Do this, do that, you'll be rich in no time. There's no such thing as get rich. All it could do for you is you would lose all the money that you would put in there. So don't fall for that get rich quick scam. And once you have money, my previous video I mentioned the 4 tiers: protection, debt, emergency, and investment. So of course, you want to protect your family first, pay off our debts, put money in emergency, and remember the 5 to 6 months of emergency money. Emergency money, you can put it in a bank. It's okay. 5-6 month money put in a bank. If you need it, you can get it out same day. You don't have to wait. So once you put that money away for 5 to 6 months, then now we're talking about investment. And how do we do investment? Well, you know, the bank pay, the regular saving account pays so little. We're talking of 0.03% for saving. If you want to be safe and put in there, actually you are losing money if you consider saving putting money in saving account for the long term, because you're not gaining. There's a what you call it, cost of living, there's an inflation about 2 to 3% per year, but so your money you put in there, but inflation that will make your money less than what you put in the next year or so. So that is not a place to put for investment. A regular saving account is not a place. And there's another one that's called certificate of deposit. It's also known as CD. With that, you can do from 3 months to a 5 years term. So they give you a little bit more investment, a little bit more interest rate. It's about 0.25 to 1.52%. It's a bit more than the regular saving. It's safe. You never have to worry about losing your money in that. But as far as making money, you don't make much from this account. It's safe, but you don't make much. So that's a second way of investing. Third, some people have money and they want to invest in property. That's a good one. And for the longest time, that's what I would like to do. But to invest in property, you do need to have money to invest in property. You do need to have at least 100,000, 200,000 to start off doing that. Fixer upper, buy a property that needs to be fixed, fix it in few months and flip it over and makes interest, make profit from that. So that's a good way of making investment, is doing fixer upper. But you do need to have a few $100,000 to start off. The bank will not loan you cash to buy a fixer upper. You need to have a good amount of money to put in first before you can have a loan on that. Stock. There's some people live making money on stock. Day trader. They have to wake up 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock in the morning to study the market, and by 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock, that's when they start trading. So you do need more knowledge. You need to have a lot of time, and with even stock, there are risks in there, of course. You know, the stock go up or it go all the way down and negative. So that can be a risky one. And there's another one that much safe and secure and give you a lot of return. And with that, I'd like to share with you what is called is Universal Life Index. I have not heard about that before a year or two prior to this. So this is something I learned from getting into the new business that I'm in, which is life and health insurance. With this one, it is a insurance policy, but what you do is you buy a policy. Your money, part of it go to life policy. Goes to when something happened to you, your family is cashing the policy that you buy, and part of the premium would go to investment. So it depends on how much you put in this account. The more you put in, the more cash value that would be for you for investment. So let's say you put in $500 a month into this account, and you buy a policy of $1 million. Okay, part of that 500 premium go to your policy, and part of it go to investment. And if you put it in for 10 years, then you will see the money grow. Your money is growing in the compound interest. See, compound interest is a wonderful thing to have because you want money growing fast and multiply it each year. So that's a good way to look at it. So some company offer, and this is a guarantee, there is no negative, no under 0%. So Transamerica have a floor. The bottom is 0.75. Your money investment would not go below 0.75%, and the cap is 15%. Whereas nationwide, the cap is 25% and the floor is 0%. So both of them don't have negative return. So the lowest is 0.75 and the lowest is 0 to 0.75, the highest go to 15 to 25. So your money, when the market goes down, your money will never drop below. When the market go up, it would not go over the cap amount. So that's a wonderful thing. And with this account, the good thing about this account is if you buy it early or you buy it for your children at young age, it will cost so less for their insurance, because of being young and healthy is the best time to buy insurance, life insurance. So buying for them early, that would cost a little, but if you give them, instead of giving them money to buy toys, to buy things that they don't need, invest that money into that account. The money part will grow. So let's say you have a child at 10 years old or 5 years old. You start giving in that policy and you pay into it. In 20 years, when they turn 25 or 20, they have a good amount of money in there. When it's time for them that they need the money for any use, any personal use, they can draw that money out. And the nice thing about this is there is no taxes on this, because this is considered as your borrow against your policy, your insurance policy. So there is no taxes on this, and that's the awesome part. And so the policy is there. It's just in case something happened. And this kind of policy have different riders. Some have living benefits, some have long-term care. With that, I will touch on those two topics on the next video. So understanding how your money works, how to invest your money, your hard-earned money, then you have a good future ahead of you. I wish I knew this when I was much younger. I would have had 100,000 cash of all those years that I worked, and with that 100,000 I can do so much. But being that I was not taught about finance, I knew nothing about it, and I didn't really care much about numbers. That was my weakness. That's why I'm not where I'm supposed to be. But it's never too late. It's never too late to learn something new and to pass along with your loved ones, to your children. That's the knowledge. Knowledge is so powerful. And then once you know it, you share with your family, with your loved one, and everybody is happy. And life is wonderful when you live a life without worries of money, worries of sickness, because you are well prepared for it. And speaking of which, yesterday I bought myself a giant bottle. This is a drinking bottle. It's 50 ounce. You know how they say that you're supposed to drink a glass of water equal to 64 ounces of water. This is 50 already. So if I finish all this, I still have another 2 glasses of water to drink to make up of the whole day. Enough water. In this water, I have orange. I cut orange and I put in here. I squeeze it in, and some, what else? Honey. I put a few drops of honey. It tastes good. It's fulfilling. And my goal is to drink this whole thing and 2 glasses of water a day. I'm working on improving my health, and because I do want to live another 50 years, so I have to work hard on staying healthy and well, and sharing what I know to my family and friends. Thank you for watching my video. And next video I will talk about the other part that I mentioned, living benefits and long-term care, that what we need to do to prepare for that. Take care now, and I'll see you next video. Bye-bye.